welcome back to some more Forza Motorsport 4. Today we're continuing on Let's Play. This is episode 30. In today's episode we are taking a look at the Ford Classic Showcase. For that we need a classic Ford automobile. And we're using the 1966 Ford County Squire.
Oh, yeah!
Big motherfucking wagon. Which we will get in blue? I guess, I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's wood. Buying Slipknot merch. Ooh, what
I wish this thing survived past Horizon 1.
It was in Forza 6.
Was it?
Yes. Oh, we only have a 75% discount on Ford bits.
And they got replaced by a wood.
We'll be back in 1 second. And as if by magic, parts are now free for our Ford County Squire. Let's go. We are going to lower it and stuff because that is probably necessary. We do not have the option to put stuff on the roof rack, which I think is a missed opportunity. We could put a GT500 engine in it and keep it in D class.
Hell yeah.
That sounds like
Let's
a really appalling idea.
Let's do it.
No.
Damn.
Weight reduction? Yes. How much weight reduction would you like? All of it. Differential, tires. Oh god, those really pulled the fucking PI. I think we can make do on street tires. Scotian, this car has bigger rear tires than your Challenger.
Hooray.
Not stock though, it has 195 stock. Which is smaller than the tyres on my car, and this had a lot more power than my car. I really wanted 500 foot-pound of torque, but we're not going to get it.
Damn.
Learning stick isn't easy, stuff like that. If you ever feel bad, just remember I burnt out my clutch on my car while learning to drive. Thankfully, I was driving other people's cars, so that wasn't an issue. Ford Classic Showcase. This celebration of Ford's performance history features models predating 1975. They probably don't expect the Crown Squire to show up and rock the world, but...
Well, if you burn out the clutch while driving stick shift, there wouldn't be much of a clutch in there to begin with.
My poor blue oval. Why? What car did you learn thingy on?
Me?
No, Cushy.
Oh.
You just learned on the Firebird, didn't you? Because Canada.
I learned on the Firebird driving through a city.
I learned. I didn't really learn actually. I just sort of. I'm still shit at like clutches and stuff. So.
And to this day was the probably second most scariest drive that I ever did.
Why? What did you do today? Pinzo.
What after the Firebird?
Oh, right. Sorry, I thought you meant, like, that was your second most scariest drive. I get what you're saying there.
Yeah.
I thought you meant, like, you had your second scariest drive today. Oh my god, the lead car is a Thunderbolt. Please tell me that's on stock suspension. Yeah. That is on stock suspension. I can tell by the way it's sort of...
rolling.
Going on 3 wheels.
The Fairlane Thunderbolt is best 3-wheeler.
Has Jay Davis got any regrets about his car choice currently?
Well, we're at Sonoma, which is probably the most the American track with the most turns.
Yes, apparently that Mach 1 has not heard the fucking... That Mach 1 tried to take the AK line. Right there.
Oh.
Of just going off the track.
Well, I didn't completely forget what the layout we're on, so...
Oh, Mark 5 Fiesta. My dad has a Mark 5 Fiesta. And shit. That's the Anglia engine. Can I get past the Thunderbolt? The Thunderbolt's actually really quick. That's the worst bit about it.
Yeah, it's like quick in the straight line because it's a drag car.
Unfortunately, its turning abilities are not that much worse than my turning abilities, I don't think.
Yeah, you're driving a fucking station wagon.
Listen, mate, I've just got to go pick the groceries up, and I just happened to accidentally get on this racetrack. Ford Crown Colony Class Cruiser Squire, yes. Yeah, 5th generation Fiesta. Well, 5th gen. Isn't it technically 4th gen? Fiestas are weird because they had like that half generation, which no one can actually decide if it was a real generation or not. But yeah, no, that Fiesta succumbs to rust badly. Just look at my father's. Although he insists underneath it's solid as a rock, which I take with a pinch of skepticism, shall we say. Oh, yeah. Which is the one racing game you are not willing to LP? Project Cars! Have you not seen my history of that game on this channel? No, I mean, if you're talking in terms of games I actually like, Forza 6 is really fucking boring. Like, career mode. The actual game itself is quite good, but the career mode, dire.
Let me 100% career mode so I can say I finished Forza 6 and touched a tit.
Yeah! Oh yeah, you can do that now. I remember in Afternoon 7 was like, oh, I've got to disprove that point. It's like, mate, you're never going to know a pair of tits in your life. Don't even try and lie. What would you do for a Ford County Squire?
Afternoon 7 is too much of a dick for that.
I don't think he's ever... Like, there's my level of incel... Oh, God! Oh!
Oh, no.
He just fucking yeeted himself, holy shit! I think he tried to turn and it just didn't end well. Street racing...
Oh!
Street Legal Racing Redline. I don't even know if that game has a story, I just know it's mod support. Sedona Club Circuit. Yeah, you saw it.
Yeah. That Mustang did not live.
Part of me wants to say that Mustang really tried to turn to avoid it and just sort of had to accept his fate.
He's just that meme of that old guy.
Yeah.
Guess I'll die now.
Boomer die. Boomer. Dora, Dora, Dora.
The country squire.
Let's go in our, again, incredibly low county squire. County squire.
Squire.
County squire.
Squire.
Lonely is the night. Oh wait, that's Billy Squire. When you feel there's something wrong, you down, lonely is the night. Can't wait for Emile to lose his shit in TDU2. You might be waiting a while. I'm just don't. Probably quite a while.
You don't want to get to the turning point of the championship.
Fuck off. Oh, there's that, and there's also like I have other games I need to play before I get to that. Lots of them. Like good games.
London Racer 2.
I've done that! Please don't make me go
again.
back to it, Dad.
Do it again.
I've got the PS2 version, though. Which I think actually isn't that bad a game. Does TDU2 have an Impreza hatchback? No, thank fuck. It's smart enough not to. Can't even remember what cars are in TDU2. I know the Veyron was like the old powerful car because it's all-wheel drive. So basically just dominate all rally off-road events. Lonely is the night. But yeah, no, I can't. County Squire is cool. I wish it would return to Forza. You are right. Do you know what? It sounds weird, but I think the County Squire has been replaced by something.
Woody.
Well, that. Well, partly that. And also, it sounds really weird. Do you know what another car I think might have actually had a hand in it?
What?
The Grand Wagoneer. Because they're kind of similar.
Kind of.
Wood-panelled.
It's not, the Grand Wagoneer is not in Forza anymore as of Horizon 4, isn't it?
It's in Forza 7.
Yeah.
Which is like...
on Horizon 4, though.
Horizon, I don't really count any of the cars that like miss from that, because like Horizon always has cars missing. Like for example, Horizon has never had an Eagle Talon in it, but every motorsport game has had an Eagle Talon in it. I don't know why. I'm feeling in top form.
Forza 7 has Eagle Talon?
What?
Forza 7 has Eagle Talon? I didn't think it did.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. The more I know.
I know, because I lapped it around Top Gear and it's way quicker than the Mitsubishi Eclipse. Work that one out. Like, I think it's like a second quicker than the Eclipse. No, I don't think it is the same reason as Toyota, it's just because, for whatever... Actually, do you know one car that did come at the cost of the Toyota partnership, which is really weird, that's been in every single Forza game? One car that's been in every single Forza game, and the weird Toyota breakup managed to get rid of, was the Scion TC. I really want to do that I really want to make a top 10 list at some point of like weird cars that have managed to somehow survive in the Forza Motorsport games. So it'd be stuff like the Eagle Talon, the TC, like a few other ones as well. Like, you know those weird cars that you don't realise have been around as long as they have?
Or you just forget.
Yeah, I kind of think that'd be an interesting top 10 list. The Mustang Cobra R, that's one that's managed to survive every Forza game today.
Which one? Oh.
The red thing with the wing.
I thought it'd be more the 90s one.
The 95 hasn't been in every Forza.
Yeah.
In fact, the 95 was DLC in Forza Horizon 1, ironically enough. I think I've started looking at compiling a list, but yeah, if you want to have a look into it, we'll certainly have a look and try and... I do like the idea of doing like top 10 lists for Forza, but we'll see. I don't know, it's like almost everything I ever tried to do that's actually creative. I just run out of time. High Top Gear laps. Do you know something about Top Gear laps? It's taken so long to get the last episode out that a car actually got discontinued. Like the, because it was on the fucking Commodore and the Commodore died, so I've had to change the script. Why are you tremendously gay? Why are you just...
When is this Senna and the TVR thing coming out?
What TVR thing?
The Rivals.
Oh. 2 years, probably.
2 years. At this point.
I wish I could do it every week, but it's one of those things where genuinely I write the scripts, and then I just forget about it for like 3 weeks. Time just passes me by, and I never pay Pinto, and I never pay attention. Sorry, I get excited every time I see that fucking Pinto because it's like E-Class as well.
Yeah.
That is a way to take the first corner at Sebring. You will not question the way I just took that corner. He's got alcohol that's spilt in the internals. Listen, AK's mic may be bad, but we love AK. He's like, oh dude.
We love the fail race updates on his fleet of broken cars.
Why did Failrace not buy a Fairlane Thunderbolt? It would have been great, he could have drove around his little fucking village on 3 wheels the entire time.
And not even have hydraulics.
Yeah. Was the Thunderbolt like I've been meaning to ask, was the Thunderbolt like just a random performance package or like an aftermarket thing? What the fuck was the Thunderbolt?
A drag car.
Was it like a street legal drag car or was it just...
I think it had the same fate as the Super Stock Dart.
Oh.
As it was a basically a drag car you can buy at a dealership. And it was always sold to random race teams.
Getting a third mic soon. What third mic are you getting? Because I'm cheap. No, AK's mic is bad because he's only got a phone. Because he's what we call a millennial. Well, actually, no, I think he's more like Gen Z.
Fuck boy.
Yeah. He was born on the other side of the millennium, I think. Which creeps me the fuck out. Anyone born on the other side of the millennium creeps me out. Oh, dude, the County Squire's got one of those, like, old school dimming mirrors. That's great. It literally just says day on it. 2000.
It was a thing in the 60s.
Other things in the 60s include cool-ass speedometers.
I love those speedometers.
I just realised, actually, that's quite cool.
What?
All the, like, internal things like air conditioning and everything in the County Squire is just right in front of you. The passenger gets none of it.
My favorite my favorite of those speedometers in those old cars is because the fucking speedometer wiggles when it goes up.
Oh yeah. Ford made it for drag racing because back in the 1960s the bean counters didn't have much control over the American Big Three.
My F-150 used to do it and it was great.
Why doesn't it do it anymore?
I don't know why. My dad's F-100 used to do it as well.
Yeah.
What?
Do you miss the characteristic bobble?
Yeah.
Are you still missing the Challenger yet?
Yes.
I don't know why I don't just like put snow tires on it.
I can't get the door open. When it's like frozen, so.
Oh yeah, because it's got those FCA doors that like my mother's Alpha had, where the window has to go down, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Because there's no pillar.
Yeah. Oh fuck yeah, you're fucked. The Alpha never had that issue though, in fairness, but I don't think like it ever gets cold.
You probably never had extreme cold where the fucking.
Oh, I've had doors freeze on me before.
Uh.
The Panda's door froze once. We just had to sort of wait a few minutes for that one to.
I had to get something out of it one morning, and the door just didn't want to open. I had to like force it open, and then fucking the window still didn't go down, so I had to fucking close it on the rubber.
Nice.
And then I think it was the morning after, I didn't even fucking close it properly.
Nice.
And it was still fucking frozen on.
Oh Jesus.
So I had to so I had to get in it and fucking just turn the heat on full blast and aim the vent at the window.
Oh finally, Sunset Peninsula. What is your lot's favourite Ferrari? 575 Maranello. Favourite car ever made, probably. Well, not really, but like it's up there.
F430.
F430?
Yep.
Scuderia 16M, just the F430?
Yes.
Yeah.
All of them.
The Scud was an excellent looking car. The normal one was quite good as well. Hey, guess what?
Driving a muscle car in the snow is okay. Driving the muscle car in the snow is okay, but if you're driving a Chrysler and a muscle car in the snow is begging for rust. Driving a Chrysler in anything is begging for rust.
In fairness, yours should be fine. I think they evolved to galvanized steel by that point. I think. Oh god. Out of all the cars I expected to understeer into the wall, the Boss 429 wasn't one of them. I'll be perfectly honest. I also wasn't expecting sticky grass to be there. Or sand in this case. Smucker had it. I can't remember the name of that one. and silver. You probably have to be more specific. But yeah, no, 575. What's my usual order? 575, F50. I like a lot. Probably the 355. I like the 360.
Mondial.
Fuck you. Mondial's an abomination of a motor vehicle.
I love the Mondial because it's shit.
It is shit. The 250.
It's slower than a Gold GTI.
It is slow. Yeah. Well, I mean, find the 0 to 60 on it. Actually, I think it is like 8 seconds. I think my car might actually be quicker than the Mondial.
Hold on.
It's slow. I know that much. I think it's not even 200 horsepower, or if it is, it's not far off. Well, your name is prone to regret. Bet you regret quitting that corner now that you've slowed down to the speed. So unfulfilling, my father would quit my family because of it. Prone to regret really should be my name of the YouTube channel when like I have to hide. Like, I want dedicated people to find me. I should just call it Prone to Regret. Prone to Regret sounds a bit... if I remember... I actually kind of like the name. I think it's got a good ring to it, but it is a bit emo-y, I will admit. Chrysler can make a good engine, a good truck, a good muscle car, and even a good race car, but they cannot make a car that doesn't rust. Chrysler made some cool concept cars and stuff and then fucked off and never put it into production. Wait, how fast is Mondial? Have you found it yet? ME412 would have saved the company. ME412 would have... The problem you have with the ME412 is it's still badged to Chrysler, so probably no one would have bought it. I can actually sort of see the logic for not having it there. What they probably should have done is put it on the Dodge brand or made it its own thing. The 412 was cool though, I'll safely give you that. I miss it when it was in Forza. Because it was stupid. Well, my Copperhead. The Copperhead was an awful vehicle. The Copperhead would have just turned into a Prowler, where it would have just been a laughing stock because it was a V6. I don't even think it was manual. It does have a ring to it. Yeah. The ME412 really was sort of the only thing that could sort of exist in a concept car world. Unfortunately.
1982 Ferrari Mondial 8, 0 to 60 in 8.7.
Yeah, my car's quicker. By 0.7 of a second.
Apparently the fastest is the 1989 Ferrari Mondial T that accelerates to 0 to 60 in 6.
6?
Yeah.
That's not terrible, but LRC Subaru can destroy it. Anyways, that's it for this episode. Thank you all very much for watching. Next time we will be taking a look at the Chevy Classic Showcase, so join us for that. Until then, farewell.
You know the sorrow that my heart holds in, knowing just where my hopes and dreams are going. I'll only you got up in a wall that you are not part of. Eyes on the slit of your father with love.